The year is 1952. Sugar Ray Robinson has just bounced back from the second loss of his career and has gotten revenge against the man to break his 83-fight undefeated streak, Randolph Turpin. He now wants to prove his greatness once more by challenging the former middleweight champion and future Hall of Famer, Rocky Graziano. Can the man sweet as sugar corrode the rock like sugary snacks do teeth? Or will Ray Robinson receive the third defeat of his career and finally show the world that the greatest pound-for-pound boxer in history is no longer up to snuff against another old dog with a few tricks up his sleeve? Welcome back to Boxing After Dark. Tonight, we'll be going retro to reminisce on the golden era of boxing, when the most unpredictable fighter since mysterious Billy Smith and Terry McGovern fought a man who feels like the precursor to the knockout machines of today, such as Deontay Wilder and Naoya Inoue. So, in a battle of sweet versus sour and beauty versus brutality, let's get into it. Ray Robinson was on a rocky road after dealing with a shocking loss to Randolph and accustoming himself as a newly made middleweight after dominating the welterweight division for so many years.
Very sorry that I did not bring back the championship, but I promise you I'll do the best I can September the 12th to bring the middleweight championship back to America.
Still, after avenging himself and getting an easy decision over the legend Obo Olsen in their rematch, which was already a highly publicized spectacle of a bout, it seemed that wherever Ray went with his career, it got more and more exciting.
Sugar Ray Robinson had 40 fights, right? 40-0. And after he lost that one fight, he went 80 fights undefeated. And around, 85 knockouts. There's some monks in the past, they put people like me in check. They put our egos in check. I talk that shit, the baddest man on the planet, the greatest fighter God created. And then I look in the history books and I think, oh, fuck, I'm just talking.
My name is Sugar Ray Robinson. It wasn't always Sugar Ray Robinson. I was born Walker Smith, May 3rd, 1921.
Ray Robinson was the best fighter that ever stepped in the ring.
I've never seen a fighter throw punches so short that does so much damage.
Timing, speed, reflexes, rhythm, his body, everything was beautiful.
Graziano's career was far from the relatively smooth sailing story that Ray Robinson's first 10 years as a professional was, but it was almost just as action-packed. In a time of boxing where corruption would stink out the arena and the mafia had their dice to roll before the fights were even announced, even the great Rocky Graziano wasn't dubious of the paychecks offered by the scary men dressed in black. And as a legacy, despite not being as revered as some other greats in the 50s, not many could boast of being a middleweight champion at the time he was. His greatest moment was undoubtedly his capturing of the title, getting revenge against Tony Zale, who'd knocked him out in the 6th round 2 years prior in a war of a fight that seemed to be impossible to guess the outcome of. Rocky was never a slick fighter, and he never had the flashiness of Robinson, but he did have the power. Despite being knocked out multiple times in his career and having 8 losses overall when going into the bout with Ray, you could never count the man out, because even if he was losing every round, it took only one swing and a hit for the tide of war to change. Rocky had proven himself against formidable opponents, ranging from Tony Gennaro to Charlie Fusari. But the most crucial win in determining his upcoming fight with Sugar was his magnificent victory against Billy Arnold, a man wagered to be the next Sugar Ray Robinson or Joe Louis himself. But in the 3rd round, Rocky's soon iconic knockout artist reputation presented itself, and people remembered never to write off Graziano again. Fight night arrived on April 14, 1952. And as the two fighters made their way to the ring, Rocky looking slightly bigger with an extra 2 pounds on him, Ray looked the wiser. As the fighters went to their corner and awaited the bell, everyone in the venue knew the fight would soon be a visual representation of the most beautiful fireworks ever witnessed between the 4 corners. Round 1 begins, and Rocky looks eager to let his hands go.
Pounds flat, while Sugar Ray Robinson has come in at 158. Graziano's task will be getting under those long arms of Ray Robinson. Robinson shows plenty of authority in his own right arm. Graziano is 29 years old, and Ray Robinson is 32. The first time that Graziano has thrown that vaunted right hand. And his right hand again drives Robinson back. Graziano continues to force the fight, set the pace throughout. A beautiful exchange. Robinson's theory apparently is to box Graziano and stay away from his right hand.
Graziano stayed on the front foot for the remainder of the round, yet Robinson looked all the smoother with his effortless combinations and marvelous movement speed.
His finest hour came in 1947, although believed by some to be on a downhill slide. What depends upon his marksmanship and a steady tattoo on one particular spot to wear his man down. There you see those flashing fists and that beautiful timing. Graziano appears to be tired. Robinson won his title in February 14, 1951 from Jake LaMotta. Regained it in a tremendous effort in September in New York City. There you see him double hooking and carrying those punches underneath into the body. Goes down. It's an official knockdown, but before the fight began, the Illinois Boxing Commission ruled that a man would not have to stay down for the mandatory count of 8. So Graziano has scored the first knockdown. And there goes his mouthpiece, and Graziano hits the canvas. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ray Robinson retains the middleweight championship of the world.
Sugar Ray has made his greatest title defense at middleweight yet, and the crowd pays their respects to the current savior of middleweight boxing. Rocky Graziano, upset with the loss and frustrated with his body giving up on him, would have just one more fight before retiring against the talented but sadly forgotten Chuck Davey. When sensing that his chin and mind couldn't take the punishment he used to, Graziano made the right decision of quitting with his health intact and lived a long, faithful marriage while dabbling into acting from time to time.
Do you remember what you said to Sugar when you went over, when the fight was over?
I think I says, good luck, champ. You beat me, whatever. Why don't you stand still for quite a while? Let me take you a couple of shots.
Sugar Ray Robinson would have a manic final decade to his 3-decade-long career, losing many but winning more. Becoming a champion at middleweight 3 more times, and almost becoming a light heavyweight champion in a dominant bout against Joey Maxim that found Robinson losing not to any punch or combination, but instead the sweltering heat of summertime New York, which also saw the referee Ruby Goldstein passing out just a couple rounds prior. Ray's story has been told countless times over the years and continues to see him at #1, or at least top 5 on all credible pound-for-pound boxing lists, and for good reason. The often imitated yet never replicated original fighter that was sweet as sugar lives on through history and memory, and the world of boxing would be a much worse place without his impact. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more from us here at Boxing After Dark, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to drop a like and comment. Thanks for watching.